Mr. Raj. We heard a lot about you. So please, would you like to tell us about your childhood and a little bit more about your family background, how you become a Messiah, and what are your family backgrounds in this chapter?
Thank you so much.
You.
I born in Pakistan. My life began with Sufi family. Sufi families, the people are who researching the truth, if it's in Islam or Christianity or Hinduism. They always say, wherever truth will take us, we will go because our goal and our destination is God. So this was my foundation very early days. And in Sufi, early Sufi, they do not like to be put in themselves in the form of religion. So this was a very good foundation for me, which gave me direct way to have a communication with God. So very early stages, I start communicating with God, and I ask God that He should help me and guide me what is His will. So the age of 6, between 7, my spiritual, I was very open spiritually. I could see things, I could leave my body, and I could travel in different dimensions. But the challenge was, I could not share with the ordinary Muslim. I could not share with Islamic traditional religion because they do not believe. Because Islamic traditional belief is after Muhammad there is no prophet. And Quran is the perfect and last book. So there is no further revelation about God. And I came to know while I was traveling in the angel world that no religion can discover the universal truth. These books are only guiding line, and the prophet who coming by angel world, Islam, Muhammad, Jesus, Buddha, or Krishna, or Moses, they are telling mankind according to their spiritual growth. And later on this became a holy book. But no book can cover the whole truth about God in this lifetime and not in spiritual internal lifetime. So this was a very awareness about my life. But question was, if I share to Islamic people, around my Sufi family, they asked me not to share because you're going to have a lot of trouble. But however, because I was a child, I shared around my society and my family, my relative, and they all became my enemy. They thought maybe some evil spirit is influence or working with me. So they tried to take me many places. So take my evil spirit out. But then I became very carefully not to share this truth actually. But in the age of 12 is the first time which I mentioned in my book. Is the first time light of God came. Around was angel. And this was my first journey, which took place vertical. So paradise and different places are horizontal. It is the angel world. and different creation are living there. But if you want to meet God, you have to go vertical. So this was my first mysterious journey with God. And the time came where angel cannot go on with me in the future eternity. Angels say, our light is limited. Now I have to go alone. So I took 40 steps. But this 40 step was like a 40 internal time period. And then finally I went. God cooled down his light in heavens. And I saw God. God has a one form. It is not like an angel. It don't look like a human being or jinn or any creation. When you see this form, you just come out with your whole heart, with you desperately. You say, oh God, oh God, oh my Heavenly Father, oh my Heavenly Father. Your whole body, your whole spirit shaking. This is a very mystic moment. So this was my first meeting with God. And God asked me, what is your name? And I told God my name. I mean, God know my name. But then God says it's a good name. However, mankind and I will remember you in love. So this was my first meeting with God actually.
Beautiful. So I have a question to ask you, Mr. Zahid. Please tell us a little bit more information and your family background. How are your mom and how are your dad, and from your childhood incidents which you saw before you experienced God. Please take us there and give us a little bit more details so our listeners, our viewers can see a little bit more information about it.
My family was ordinary family, like everybody family. They was not a religious. They was living like everybody else in Pakistan to have a better job, better future, and material marathon to achieve so you can live better life actually, you know. But my good luck began because I was grown up pretty close to my relatives who were the Sufi people. So they are the one who helped me to spiritually to grow. So we have about 13 sister brother among of us, and they was all worldly people, and they have a worldly goal. They want to live in this world. I was the only one who changed my heart because my relatives who were the Sufis, and my whole heart was moving this direction. So rest of my family was just ordinary people. We come from Khan family. My mother was come from Peshawar, and my dad was in Lahore. So they both came from 1947 from India, near Delhi. My dad came from Delhi, and my mother came from this Peshawar, Afghanistan direction. So I was born in Lahore, and the problem is nobody know when I was born. Some says I was born, yes. My dad want to see me older, so he says, I want to put this birth certificate. So some places is 1948, and my other mother's side is a 55. Then my uncle changed to 56. So I never born and never die. So later on, when I went one time, 1986, Pakistan, so I find out I was born in 1948. This we call this woman. We don't have a doctor, so this woman who brought the child, she said to me, I was born 1948, but on my passport is written 1956 actually. So this is my family background. I born in Lahore near McLeod Road. This is where mostly movie cinemas are there. And there my life began. And my family was from a very poor country, from poor people, background. So that's where my life began. Educational system is very poor in Pakistan. So I was not a good student until 5th class. So my mother, she brought always something. So let me go another class. Yes. They were telling her, oh, he's not good in school. So my whole education went until 5th class. Then between I was a child, but I have to work. And after this, later on, my whole education is until 10th class, metric, you call. But until there is my whole background is I was living very poor circumstances with my parents actually in Lahore.
I see. It's beautiful background, sir. Please take us back to the time when you experienced the God very first time. How and what was your family reaction and what challenges you had to go through before you leave Pakistan?
I was lucky that I was not a man, otherwise they would kill me. Family was getting crazy. My society, relative, they thought that evil spirit, we call a bhoot, jinn, they are dwelling in me. So they try many places and they try many things. And sometimes they put the smoke in my nose and they ask me same time, did your evil spirit is out? And when your smoke goes inside, you can die. So finally, to save my life, I say yes, my old evil spirit is gone. So I live, now everything is okay, I'm in normal. But then Sufi, they told me, better save your life, otherwise they will kill you. So the whole society, they was hating. And they thought that, how can I say some things about Muhammad, about other prophet, which is not harmony according to their own religious books, Quran, Bible. So this cannot be by God. So I have to shut my mouth. And I have to work. I have to go to school, and then later on, my father have one tea shop where you sell the tea. In Pakistan, you know. So my family was so poor that I didn't have even shoe, and my dad was making tea, and I have to go in the market to bring these people tea. And that's the way we was surviving actually. So even as a child, I just did many things. Many times, like the buses goes, you know, and you have an orange or banana and you sail in the buses, if you know these traditions. So that's the way I was helping my family to survive actually. Until age of 16, I saw God again actually. Yes. Age of 16, I meet God again. During this time period, I got a many new revelation, but I could not share with anybody. Age of 16, I met God again, and God said to me, leave your religion, tradition and culture. Time of religion is over. And it is a time, one family world with God. And God said to me, all the prophecies are in the Old Testament, Bible, Quran, about me. That new heaven, new earth will take place. And God's light will shine on earth. And I am the new Messiah and God heart, to represent God heart to mankind. So after age of 16, I came to know that it's time for me to leave. But we had one problem there. My cousin, she was engaged with me, and we went to pray this Sufi, where Sufi are buried actually. In our language we call mazar. So we went, Data Ali Hajveri, they was a very famous Sufi, to make a new promise that I love you, you love me, and we will live together. Over there, one movie maker, he saw my cousin. She was very beautiful, and he asked her if he can bring her in the movie actually. She was ready. She was ready right over there actually. But the problem came out, now began some new. Our life was, she was making movie. Our life changed 180 degrees. And she asked me, where God wants you to go actually. And I said, God choose Germany as a promised land. She said, no. Ask God if God can choose Pakistan or India. And you live with me, otherwise we will never see each other again. So when she came to know that I want by all means to leave, she also became my enemy. I think some disturbance coming actually. Some noises behind you? Yes. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Yes.
So she even told my relative, we are Khan family. Khan are crazy people. Yeah. They are ready to kill for such a thing anybody. So then I decided, without seeing her, without saying my family goodbye or relative, I have to leave. And I meet only my Sufi father, the Sufi who I call him as a respect, my father. He said to me, maybe we don't meet each other again, but God will give you the new world actually. So in the age of 17, I left my country. I make a passport. Passport in Pakistan, you can write down any birth. So I write down as a student. And one night, saying goodbye, I left Pakistan. I don't have any cent in my pocket. So until Afghanistan, I went like this actually. Yes.
You have to hold your hand higher because cameras.
Yes. So I went Peshawar, Rawalpindi, Peshawar, and then Kabul, Jalalabad. And so my life began. I was staying in Afghanistan. Afghanistan, I have to work because I had no money. So I was remained in Afghanistan 1 year. After this, I came to Iran. Iran, I have to be illegal and I have to make money. And then after this, illegally I came to Turkey. Turkey, I was staying almost 2 years. And Turkey, that time, they have no visa. So Turkey, I started working Istanbul, I remember. There were many activities going on, many agents who make a passport, who make illegal activities. And I got a lot of trouble. And finally, I end up in jail. Yes. That time also, Hungary was under the influence of communists. And to find a job was not easy there, because Hungarian mentality is very strong actually. So from there, I came Austria direction. And but I have no visa. So I was traveling illegal. And in this illegal journey, many things happened. This way was very dangerous. Many Pakistani, mostly, they got a catch, they put them in the jail, and they sent them back. But I was the lucky one, I make it. But mostly I was traveling illegal when was it raining and bad weather. So in this bad weather and raining, police was not controlling so much. The border police actually. So there was a easy way to escape. And I always was traveling nighttime. So this long journey, I enter in Austria. And Austria, I start living on bridges, but I got an opportunity to sell newspaper. Because that time Austrian newspaper, they was always looking people. I remember this newspaper name was Korea and Krona newspaper. We say in Austrian language, Zeitung. And you just go, you stand on the traffic light, and when traffic light is red, you run to the people and ask them, Korea Krona newspaper, Korea Krona newspaper. And then when light is green, and who want newspaper, he quickly give you money. And mostly they were giving you more money. I started illegal there. One day what happened actually, there was the evening time, I was selling newspaper, and that time was I think French car. This young woman came and she took the newspaper, but she started talking with me. And she gave me more money what I could not imagine actually. So every evening I was standing on the street, and then she came back again and she asked me more. And I felt she fell in love with me.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah. She fell in love with me. I was very young, about 19 to 20 I was actually. And she asked me one day, how much money you make actually? And I told her, it's surviving hand to mouth actually. You don't make this money. She asked me, where did you sleep? I say, I don't have a home under the bridges. But she asked me, I give you this money which you make in newspaper. So next day she want to meet me daytime. And I remember she was also 21. This was her age. But I find out later on she is very rich. She comes from the family which is very too rich. Her father has many high rises. in Austria. There was a very wealthy family. She took me to let cut my hair, and she buy clothes for me, and she took me to her villa. We call bungalow. No? I took a shower. I was surprised how rich they are. I took a shower, and my beauty came out again. Yes. Yeah. And she said, "Why you don't study language here and stay with us?" Her family was very much friendly with me, but they were the Christian people. Christian family who believe Jesus actually. And now I was living from the street, homeless street. I was living in the villa.
Wow.
Yes. And she started helping me going language school. And what happened is in this time period, I started telling her about my mission and that I'm a prophet of God. Yes. And she was shocked. I embarrassed her. And because she was a Christian family, they believe very strong Jesus. That Jesus is the way and the truth. Nobody can meet God without Jesus. And in the same time, what happened actually, her family find out. And slowly they asked me, I'm influenced by evil spirit. And I should give up. And I baptized the name of Jesus and began my life as a Christian. I said, this is impossible. I know God, I made God. I made Jesus in paradise. I know he was a human being. So I tried to explain things, and after this, her family and also she pushed back.
Okay. What was her name, sir, again?
Say again?
What was her name?
Her name was I remember, I think, Julia, I remember. This was her name, Julia, yes.
It can you also can
Yeah.
the rest of the story.
Yes, and in the end she told me, my family believe you are very strong influenced by Satan, and I also believe Jesus. So even I'm ready to marry with you. Your life can be very beautiful. But give up this that you are the new Messiah, or you are the one who God sent you. But when she saw and her family saw, no, I'm very strong and I don't want to give up my mission. So they asked me to leave actually. Yeah, then I came back again on the homeless under the bridges. And I selling again my newspaper. One day I saw her, she came, she stopped, and she said to me, if you still change, you welcome to my family. I said, no, I cannot change. Even you give me the whole world, I cannot change it. So she said, I meet you next week. I want to talk to you. But what happened next week, police catch me. And I end up in jail in Austria.
Oh my God.
Illegal. And I've been 90 days in jail. In Vienna, I remember now. Austria. Vienna is the capital of Austria.
Yes.
Yes. And 3 months later, there was a Pakistani, and the judge asked, you are illegal here, and we all send you back to Pakistan, and we give you some money and buy your ticket. And all Pakistanis say, yes, we want to go. I say, no, I don't want to go. In Pakistan, they're going to kill me. Because I took a political asylum against Pakistan.
I see.
In Austria, yes. I say, I cannot go there. So judge say, if you don't want to go, you're going to be again 90 days. So Pakistan, they took some money and they went back to Pakistan, but I was sent back to jail 90 days again, actually.
Oh my.
6 months. 90 days. Now I was 6 months in jail. Austria jail are good. They give you good food. They treat you like a human, you know. You have an opportunity, and violent is not there. In Turkey, jail was every time violent. Every time you have to fight there with somebody. Yes. So 90 days later, again, I went in front of judge. He said, did you change your mind? I said, no, I don't want to go back. Because if you say you don't want to go back and you took a political asylum, they cannot send you back. Judge say, okay, then 90 days again. Again, 30 days. So now I was 9 months in Austrian jail, actually. Yes. So then I came out, and then judge said, then we send you Salzburg. This is one part of the Austria, actually. And you have a asile. We call this asile place, political asylum, where Pakistani, Indian, Egyptian, they live together.
Okay.
Yes. And then over there, judge is going to decide about you. So they sent me from Vienna to the Salzburg. And I started living and I started working there. And my case went, I think, almost 3 years. And 1 year I was in 90 days I was in jail. And I was working illegal. And then they decide my political asylum, I'm lying. I'm not a political refugee.
Okay.
Yeah, because there was no other way to live in this country, actually.
I see.
Yeah. So before they catch me, I have enough money then, this time. Because we call it that time in Austria Schilling. Schilling we have. So I have about 30,000 shilling. It was a money a lot of money that time.
Okay.
This was like a 18,000 shilling. You can survive actually 1 year.